All right, I'm gonna take you guys through a full day of eating. This is 8 days out from Colorado Cup. So I believe potentially we're gonna be starting peak week tomorrow. So that's when carbs should be introduced. Now these meals are not gonna be, they're gonna be repetitive. We'll go over some of the meals as I eat them. For now though, I gotta get ready to go to work. It's 7:30, have a meeting at 8:30. I went ahead and trained fasted today, which is extremely rare. I went ahead and got my cardio done, trained a little bit. It was a push day. But nonetheless, we're going to pack up these meals, get them ready to go on the road. And then, as I mentioned, I'll throw up some macros or, kind of tell you what I'm eating as I eat them throughout the day. But let's get started with getting these meals ready to go and hit the road. Crucial, if you're somebody who is always on the go, be prepared. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. So if you don't have a lunchbox, I always used to use my Wolfpack bag. We've been having some extremely hot days, and to be honest, when I'm gone all day long, it just doesn't keep cold all day long. So we have a different cooler for that now. Keep a scale on me in the lunchbox as well. That's a must. So I typically always have my my proteins cooked up ahead of time and then just stored in the fridge in big bowls. That way they're just ready to portion out and go. And this is gonna look weird. I usually always use like my rice scooper to portion this out. Been really tired lately. I guess you could call it lazy, but this is honestly just a lot faster. So I just scoop it out with my hand. Always make sure you got your accessories and some utensils. Don't forget the shredded lettuce. Shredded lettuce is the key to getting shredded. It's kind of just in the name. Now that those are ready, we're gonna go ahead and go get ready for work. I'm gonna down my meal number 1 here real quick before I go. Not much to it, you'll see that here in just a second. Then of course we gotta slam some espresso before we get out of here as well. So 1 sec and then I'm gonna be ready for work. We're ready to go. But before we hit the road, we got a few things to get slammed down. So let's go ahead and start with meal number 1. Before we slam that meal down, I need to get some caffeine in my system, so we're gonna get a little espresso going on over here. Nothing special. Just a little shot of espresso, nothing added to it. We just need the caffeine, that's it. So let's get this down. All right. Now, before you get too excited, meal number one isn't much. It's isolate protein and some almond butter. More specifically, 50 grams of isolate protein and 16 grams of almond butter. You'll see how I eat the almond butter. I just eat it straight off a spoon. Might look pretty weird to you guys, but I'm telling you, especially in the current moment, this almond butter is so good. And before we go, we have to make sure Skybug is also getting her meals in. So let's go ahead and do that. Sadly, hers doesn't get weighed out. I think she'll be all right. She's actually bulking. Go ahead, Sky. All right, so we're going to hit the road to go get this sales meeting knocked out, and I'll catch you guys for meal number 2. So we are essentially at our second home kitchen. We're pretty much always out on the road at gas stations using their microwaves warming up. This is gonna be meal number 2. Get this thing warmed up here real quick, and then I'll meet you in the car eating it. Oh. All right, meal number 2 going down. So I'll put some macros up on the screen. Like I say, pretty straightforward. It is 80 grams of asparagus, 150 grams of chicken breasts, and I sprinkle in a little bit of lettuce. And so we're not really gonna account for the calories. It's probably 5 calories of lettuce, if that, really probably nothing. And then 2 grams of pink Himalayan salt. So I've got a 10 o'clock deck appointment after this. I'm gonna go try to sell that deck, hopefully get a close here today, and then we have another deck appointment after that, and then I believe that should be all for the day. So that's kind of nice. So I should have my afternoon more open, and can't complain about that. Little hack too, if you're like me and you're always on the go. Now I always do carry silverware with me, but if you're in a gas station and they have some, plasticware, go ahead and use that. Less dishes to wash whenever you get home. So take the hookups that the gas stations give you. Keep this short and sweet though. I'm gonna get this meal down, get over to this deck appointment, and let's go get a sale. All right, on to meal number 2. We just made it home from that 10 o'clock sales appointment. Closed the deck, so that's a great start to the month. Always love getting a sale, especially on the first day of the month. But nonetheless, this one is going to be 80 grams of asparagus, yet again, 175 grams of ground turkey, and then we're gonna throw a little bit of lettuce on there, and then 2 grams of pink salt. So honestly, as I go through the rest of these meals, they're gonna be repetitive, but nonetheless, at least show you a day's worth of eating 8 days out. So nothing too much to talk about. Pretty low energy. That appointment took it out of me. That guy was a talker. Still closed him nonetheless, though. He definitely didn't think he was going to get closed today. He was trying to get me out the door, saying, "All right, you want to just leave me with that price?" And I was like, "Nah, you gotta sit down, man. I got some discounts to show you." And so, pretty tapped out on conversations for right now. So we're gonna cut this one off here. We're just gonna eat this meal, and I'll catch you for meal number 3. All right, meal number 4 going down. So like I say, nothing really to talk about. This is pretty much a replica of meal number 3. So only difference is last meal was 175 grams of ground turkey. This one is 170. I do have some pretty exciting news on the other hand, however. Something just got delivered to the house. So really making this content and getting back into this YouTube thing was a pretty big goal of mine, and so wanted to take it pretty seriously and get a pretty nice microphone set up. So that's what we did. I've had one in the past, but we just got the top of the line, the Rhodes. They're Pros, or whatever they're called. So we can look forward to that as we go forward with making more content. Get some more quality out of this stuff. Currently I'm filming on my iPhone. I do have a couple cameras that I've used in the past, and so I'm really excited to kind of get those things back out and start messing around with that and really get up to doing all the editing and just putting out higher quality content. But I think this will be a big step in that, so I'm pretty excited. Definitely look out for that. Content is going to get a lot better. I will say I did have good intentions for being productive this afternoon. I wasn't supposed to have any appointments for the afternoon. They did throw me on a 7:30. Luckily, I got that covered. But nonetheless, I actually was dealing with a bunch of other business earlier with work, and had to go run and make a change order. But hey, that's the name of the game. We at least did get a sale today. I did have to go out of my way to go do a change order for a project that I sold a couple weeks ago, or like last month. It was like a $40,000 deck. It was honestly a really silly change order. Nothing changes with anything of the scope of the work. It's just technical terms when it comes down to some of that. So just had to go get that paperwork written, or had to go get that paperwork signed, and so I can get that turned in. But that project will be done here soon, so that's exciting. Get this meal slammed down, and we'll catch you for meal number 5. Meal 5 going down. For the last 30-40 minutes, I've been kind of picking up around the house. As you can tell, try to go through and organize this desk a little bit. We're going to kind of repurpose it. So this was always just the gaming desk. Now it's going to be the work, editing / still gaming desk. But this is what I'm going to get it set up to be able to work on and edit the content. So as you can see, the mics I was referring to, and I guess what they're actually called, they're the Rode Wireless Pros. So pretty excited. I was going to mess with them and try to get them set up and film with them on this little bit of clip. Not going to lie though, pretty tapped on energy. We're just trying to eat. I got one more meal to eat after this, and you know we save the best for last. So you'll be seeing that one coming up. But for meal number 5, pretty much a repeat of meal number 2. So it's 150 grams of chicken, 80 grams of asparagus, and another 2 grams of pink Himalayan salt. So after this meal, I'm going to have to draw a bath. We're going to be doing, this will be the 3rd night in a row, doing these hot Epsom salt baths. And what we're doing is we still have water pretty high, doing those to be able to kind of pull water back out of the body as well before we really start to cut water. And ideally, hopefully, I think we're not going to be doing those baths once we pull water, we shouldn't necessarily need it. They might sound relaxing, but I'll tell you, whenever you're pretty depleted on calories, I mean, those just aren't really, they're just not very fun to do. You just get out of there feeling completely dead and drained. We'll eat meal number 6 after that and lay down in bed and just kind of call it a night. For now, though, we're going to slam down meal number 5, and I'll catch you guys for meal number 6. All right, last but certainly not least. Depends on what context you're looking at, because it's definitely not a lot. But as I mentioned, we saved the best for last. It's definitely the most tastiest thing I eat in a day. So what we got here is 75 grams of Greek yogurt, 25 grams of isolate protein, and then 16 grams of almond butter. I mean, just look at that. And what's funny is after the show's over, of course, I'm excited to eat some desserts and some junk food, but realistically, I cannot wait to just go back to eating a lot of the regular foods that I would eat: cream of rice with almond butter on it, oats with blueberries, Greek yogurt with blueberries and almond butter and granola and stuff like that. Just more volume of it. To be quite honest, I look so forward to this meal all day, but it almost just pisses me off whenever I'm done with it because it's just not enough. But we're about to wrap up the night. Pretty tired, so honestly, I'm going to keep this short. I'm going to slam this and get to bed. I will show you me and Alexa's new fixation. Maybe it's just my fixation. It's actually going on as we're talking right now, and it's this. Baking shows. I mean, honestly, I think after the show, I might pick up baking. After watching all these people make cakes and desserts and you name it, pastries, I really feel like I could be a baker. But I guess that's to be determined. But we're going to get this down. And tomorrow's our last leg day. We are leaving for Colorado. And what is it? I guess that's 5 days. We'll definitely do our best to document that. We'll have our one last workout in Colorado with my coach, and hopefully get some cool content out of that. Have him and I both mic'd up, and so look forward to that. But appreciate you guys watching. Really appreciate the support here. Give a like, a comment, go ahead and subscribe, and there's definitely going to be more to come. Peace.